Hi guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. This is Tanya and your
Shine! Welcome back to our channel. Please subscribe and big thumbs up.
What about the bell?
Please ring the bell and you like this video. Well guys, back to our mission, so Mommy, you go ahead.
Alright, thank you. Blow kiss. Say see you later.
See you later. Time.
Hey everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tanya Elizabeth. Nice to meet you. Today I am going to, this will be take 2 of this look actually. The first time my video disappeared and I was done and didn't realize that the video stopped. So this will be take 2 on the blue eyeliner look that is super simple, easy way to incorporate color, and not so scary. You can do this with any color, green, pink, blue, red. You could even do it with navy blue if you're not into the whole, sky blue thing here. But I love it. And Jessie smiles. I love her so much. And she liked my Instagram photo and I was super excited. Inspired me to do this look, and then not only do that, share it with y'all on Instagram. You guys liked it so much that you wanted to see a video. So without further ado, let's go. I have my base done. I already have my highlight, my blush, everything done. I know my face does not match my neck. It's because, well, nobody here on YouTube wants to get the right color for their face, so why should I? I got the first look with the Blood Sugar palette, and I know that a lot of people don't have that and they don't have access to it. And I know today is Blue Blood Day, and I hope to God my friend Candace and Jazz get the palette. I'll be super stoked. But I will be using the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette because it's a little bit more accessible for people and a lot more people have it. So I'm actually just going to pull my hair back. Like I said, I did everything earlier because, when I lost the video, it ended up being over an hour or just under an hour long. And I was like, you know what? I better not. I better, do as much as I can without, going over. So, with that being said, I know I have a messy ass desk here, and you can see my table back there. Please don't judge me. Yeah. So, what I did and what I saw her do was just go in very neutral, mainly because you want the focus to be your eyes, not your lips, not the actual eyeshadow. I have a pair of lashes here that are from Kiss that are very wispy, very thin, so you can actually see the eyeliner, see the work that you put in, and then keep it pushing, and it'll be comfortable and cute, and you will get compliments on it, because I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the third shade over, which is this one right here, and that is called Silk Cream. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend this. I have slightly hooded eyes, so I go a little bit above the crease for my transition area. You guys will see what I do for the wing. I'll show you a little tip trick that I picked up from, believe it or not, and Manny MUA years and years ago, as just a way to make sure that at least they match, because the corners of your eyes are, for the most part, going to be in the same spot. I usually go based off of this bottom crease here, bottom corner. I really wish you would have put a mirror in this one, but it is what it is. So I did use the Cover FX palette today, and it just deepened up my contour, knocked down my 5 head a little bit. And it did blend out really nice. It was just super pigmented, and it came up almost black on my cheeks, but I only took a little bit, and I used my damp beauty blender to actually blend it out, so then that way there were no harsh lines. Everything melded together, because of course I used my Milk Makeup cream bronzer and a mix of like 4 different foundations, because I'm that extra bitch. I used the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage 16-hour powder foundation in Honey Caramel. It's this right here. I already tight lined my lashes. Like I said, I tried to do as much as I could before I started filming because I don't want to happen what happened before. Because let me tell you, I was super salty. I am going in with the next one over, called MFEO. I don't know what that stands for. She explained it. I don't remember what it was. And again, I am a one-trick pony when it comes to this look because I try not to use too many brushes because I've got to wash all these, plus my sponges. So I try to use, when I do this, one brush. I try. I will go in with a pencil brush and really define my crease because, like I said, I have hooded eyes. As you can see, I have no lid space, which totally sucks. But there is a way to open up your eyes that are people like me. And it's to cut the crease, but not that extreme. I love an extreme cut crease, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, really just lay on the shimmer on your actual mobile lid, and I usually go just below my crease, and I bring it down here as well. The crease colors. So I'm still using that fourth color on the top row, and I'm just deepening up that entire thing. I tried, and I changed things up just a little bit so that way, oh, I thought that was a water bottle. So that way I could still do. So now I'm pretty happy with what I've got going on for a neutral base. And this is, you know, in my opinion, I don't care if it's a crazy color. I don't care if it's a neutral. I will wear whatever I'm in the mood for. But lately, since I've seen Jessie do this, I've wanted to wear it pretty much every day. If you have Jeffree Star liquid lips, you could actually use his lipsticks as also a liquid liner. So say I didn't want to do blue, but I wanted to do bright pink, I would use this one right here. And this is what? Prom Night. I'm just taking a clean brush and making sure that that's all nice and blended. I know this is not a actual crease brush though, but this is the Wet n Wild P15. These brushes, even though they're slightly more expensive, they are anywhere from $5 to $10 depending upon the size of the brush, are really good. 90% of my brushes are like the dollar ones that you get from like Dollar Tree or whatever for blending. I will, if I see them, I'll pick up like 6 or 7 because they are that good. The only problem is that, I'll show you. This is a newer one. This is an older one. They tend to start, you know, losing their shape, but they don't shed. And they're super accessible to everyone. Now, I will go this almost all the way up to my brow bone and bring it out just a little bit. Now, remember how I said I would take a pencil brush or a smaller brush and I would go in with a darker color to actually define my crease? I've got to figure out which one it is. Third row, fourth one. 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be Roxanne. Ooh, I just stuck my finger in a pan. So I'm going to take Roxanne. That's warmer. I know that I'm using a blue, but I look better in warm tones. Even though I really am dying for that Blue Blood palette. I will literally save every penny I can to get my hands on that palette once it becomes, because I know he'll end up doing restock after restock after restock, and it's not going to be like Morphe where it will be, you know, oh, sold out, and then less than a week later there's a week, or less than a month later there's a restock. Jeffree's restocks tend to take a little bit, because they're actually producing the item instead of holding them back. to create a buzz. Much like with this palette and the James Charles palette, I could go into a whole diatribe of how, you know, cosmetic companies, to create a buzz, will not create enough to actually be able to cater to their audience and have enough where anyone who really wants it can, if they want to wait in that queue online, to get their hands on it. So now, because I took that blending brush that I used to, you know, clean things up, I'm going to take the same brush that I laid down those first two colors with, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing left on it, and I just blend that out. See? Now I will do my bottom lash line here in a bit, but here comes the fun part. So I like to have continuity across my face, and that came from Wayne Goss. He always uses basically the same highlight on the eyes or the inner corner, so that way there's continuity and it's not all disconnected. So of course I'm hitting up my girl Anastasia Beverly Hills with the Amrezy. Again, hit this out of the park. It looks so beautiful on every person I've ever put it on in life. I am going to dig in the corner that I usually dig in. MAC Fix Plus. I'm almost out. And I just start going to town. Now what I will do is I use it on a flat packer brush like this. And remember how I said before to almost do a cut crease. As you can see, I pretty much did. That's all I did. Just with what I had on my brush. Lucio is like the queen of tips and tricks here on YouTube in regards to your cut creases, different shapes of cut crease, clouds, you know, waves, that whole thing. But she's got so much mobile lid space. I'm so jealous. So does my friend Jillian. And I've always, so no more Fix Plus. Let's not overdo it. Sorry. Wouldn't be a video if a beauty vlogger didn't drop something in their video, right? Now I really just go to town because I love the way that this looks. It makes the eye pop, and where I've got, you know, dark eyes, I have to find different ways to not lose everything in the eye. This brush, as much as I love it, is not doing what I want it to do. So I've got this e.l.f. packer brush. It's a lot bigger, and because I really kind of just I tend to what I call overdo it. I really pack it on, mainly because see how much more bright that is, and it's not. And this particular shade that Amrezy came up with is so universal that even with a pink shade liner or a brown liner or a purple liner, or everyone knows brown and black, but I mean going in with those colors, it's still going to look beautiful. So with this packer brush too, and because we didn't really do like a halo eye or anything like that, it gets you right into that inner corner for that inner corner pop and highlight. And we all love a good highlight. Let's be real. Because I've already tight lined, I've got a black liner down here. But what I will do here in a second is I get a white liner, a very opaque white liner, and it's the Jumbo Eye Pencil Eye Crayon in Milk by NYX. I will take my sponge, I'll clean out my bottom waterline, and go from there. So because the black liner or the blue liner is so opaque, we don't want to get it down that close to the lash line, right? Because it's going to look silly, especially when you're trying to put mascara on. So what I like to do is just take a liquid liner and just go right up against that lash line, especially if you're going to be putting on lashes. Lashes are optional with anything. I've just become addicted to them again. it is very important when you're wearing lashes to give your eye a break. Because of the weight of the lashes, even though we know that they're feather thin, you're putting up right against the root here on your eyes. And so what ends up happening is it weakens your eyelashes. A lot of people don't seem to realize that. They end up breaking. They end up being really thin and sparse. So I like to take a break when I'm not doing my makeup. There are days where I will do my makeup, but I won't put on lashes. I'll just, load up the mascara. And because of my fibromyalgia, I have to hold pens and things different as to not create hand cramps that will basically debilitate me the rest of the day. See? And even if you didn't want to do a blue liner, you could leave it at this, put on some mascara, put on a nude lip, and you're ready to go. Good day, good makeup day. And today, I have to say, here we go with the blue liner. Now, Jessie used, Jessie used the NYX ones that are longer and they come in a tube. This comes in a pot. I had the pink one and I had a green one and they were dried out, so I gotta go get more. But this is what I have. Again, you can do this with any color. So if you had a liner brush, you could take out, any Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. I think Anastasia, you can do it too. They're vegan and cruelty-free and eye safe. And just go from there. If you were truly adventurous, you could pretty much do it with any lipstick because you're putting a lipstick on a mucosal membrane when you put it on your face, on your lips. So in theory, you would think it'd be lip safe, but that's not always the case. And always do a patch test if you're doing something new. You never know what your eyes could have an issue with. Never ever. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my little trick here for my wing. I go to this bottom corner and I go up from there to make it look like it's going to connect with my eyebrow. This is kind of coming out wonky. Okay, so this is going to be a big old wing day. Got it. Anybody else have that issue? You're like, oh, I just want something small, and you end up with this huge freaking bat wing. So now you can either A, continue on with your line, or B, fill it in. Okay, I just want to show you. Because I have hooded eyes, when I open them completely, it kind of looks like that. But if I kind of just bring it down, you can see how a little bit wonky it is. And I just live with that. I mean, I get my point across, and I love it, and that's all that matters. If you're doing something that someone says is wrong and it works for you, boo, do it up. If you want to rock a black, brown, smoky eye during the day, girl, I'll be right there with you, or boy. That's when I'm done. I say done because they are opaque, but they can come off a little bit patchy. It's like going on with paint. So you have to be careful how much you put on at once. And now, do you see why I did that black line too? Because it actually gives you a little bit of a guide as to where to go above it, and it actually gives your eyes a little bit more of an almond shape because it's darker on the bottom. I don't think Jessie did it quite this way. I was just inspired by the look because she's got dark hair. She's absolutely stunning. Noah is beyond freaking adorable. And she is so crazy talented. Even though she's like me. She doesn't go out with these crazy looks. She does stuff that's wearable and pretty and something that everyone can do. And I find in this space now where everyone's competing for space, you have to do crazy, crazy, crazy makeup. No one's looking for the pretty and the, lit from within, super dewy. Everyone with lashes will... Okay, before this gets out of control, that's about as good as it's going to get. Now, because I messed up this line right here, and because I don't set my face 100%, I just go and set where I'm going to lay powder down, and a lot of times too, I'll just wait and see if what's going to happen is I'll go in with my foundation and just clean that up. That's another, you know, helpful tip and trick. I learned that from Taylor, from that Taylor. I love her dearly. She does 15 days of foundation, and oh my god. I don't know if my skin could actually handle doing a different foundation every day for 15 days. I think my face would die. So I'm just going to pop on a lash off camera, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. I had to ride the struggle bus with this lash right here, and I just gave up, so I'm just like, alright, whatever. It is what it is. I got a wonky lash like Rich looks. But if you ever want a good tip or trick, if your mascara is still slightly damp and you've already, you know, kind of melded everything together, if you push them up, they tend to stay up. My right eye always have an issue getting it to stay up. We're almost done. We're almost done. I promise, I promise, I promise. So, now it's time to do the bottom lash line, and I do this in a way that drives most of my friends that do makeup up a freaking wall, because it's so messy at first, but because I have under eye wrinkles, I try to do this little trick that Jaclyn Hill said, you know, if you got wrinkles, cover them up with your eyeshadow. So now I'm just going back in with the transition shades that I did before, and I just kind of slap them on. So while I'm doing this, so personally, and I'm taking now Roxanne as I did in my crease, and I'm tapping that right at the root of my bottom eyelashes, and you'll see what I'm going to do in a sec. But so now I'm just blending out my bottom lash line, making sure that inner corner highlight is not touched as much as possible. Oh, and the mascara I use for my top lashes is the Tartist Lash Paint. I love the wands on those. I think that they get right down at the root, and I don't know about y'all, this is really weird, but it like scratches my eyelid, and it feels so good. Like if you just do a real light, it feels like you've been scratching an itch you didn't know you had until you scratched it. So good, and the formula is really good too. But I love those pokey eyelash wands. Where's my Jumbo Milk pencil? Where's my... Okay, so never, ever, ever, never, ever tug with your finger, if you can at all avoid it, your under eyes. You shouldn't tug your eyes at all. And I still cringe when I see, especially friends of mine that are into makeup, pulling on their eye to get a cat eye or a wing. I'm like, girl, it's not, you don't have to do that. And I understand they're trying to go for a straight line, but if you're having a problem with a straight line, use tape. Just make sure you dab off, you wear off 90% of the stickiness. Otherwise, you are going to tear the shit out of your face. I know this looks crazy. I know this looks crazy right now. But, again, trust the process. So now, I go back in with... Oh, I don't want that one. I usually use this one, but lately I've been using the Superhero Mascara by It Cosmetics. We got it in BoxyCharm. And the wand is just... I would call a normal, you know, run-of-the-mill cone-shaped mascara wand. But see, I just don't want to blink right now. I will comb out the clumps here in a second with this spoolie. This is a very wet formula, so please, please, please be careful. If you happen to get a what I call a mascara speck on the insides, or it goes onto your upper lash line or your upper eyelid, wait for it to completely dry. Take a spoolie or your fingernail and just gently scratch at it. The only one it doesn't work on is Benefit Roller Lash. For whatever reason, Benefit Roller Lash, it does not work. So now, in true Jessie Smiles fashion, I should have pulled this out before, and it's called Queen Bee, and it's the Too Faced. So I'm going to use the lip pencil by Gerard Cosmetics in Melrose Place, and I'm going to line my lips. Like I said, I'm letting this completely dry. And yes, bitches, I overline. I had a lip balm on earlier. I thought I got rid of it. I didn't. Oh, shit, I just lost my cap. I do overline. I just wiped off the remaining lip balm that I thought I wiped off before, but I didn't. Son of a bitch, why does that? Why am I keep on losing that? And yes, bitches, I overline. There's that. And then Queen Bee. Like I said, I got this color because of Jessie. Because her and I do have similar skin tone. So I'm like, oh yes, bitch, I love that color. There's Queen Bee. Yay. Now take a clean spoolie, if you can. And if you have clumps, I always wait for them to dry before I do this. And I go underneath too. I roll it out. And you can literally get a bag of spoolies like this. This is my last one. I gotta go get more at Sally's, at pretty much at any beauty supply store known to man. So this, my friends, is the finished look. What do y'all think? Is it blue and in charge or not? I love it so much. Let me do one more hit. We're gonna do my favorite Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray, and I literally have to go like this because the spray is a little aggressive. Once you soak your face, what you can do is pounce that in. Final look. What do y'all think? Next time, should I do it in pink? Because we all know I love me a pink bitch. I love me a pink moment. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, y'all. Mwah.